Good. Where you go? Well, that's just that for us. It's a tale of two halves. We played very close and pretty good football in the first half. Second half, our offense we couldn't get anything consistently moving. Made some adjustments. They came out. Their whole thing was to blitz us in the second half. We figured that out. Made a couple adjustments. But then, we didn't make plays. We had opportunities, and we just didn't make the plays. Whether it was, we didn't catch the ball, we didn't throw it, in an area where it was catchable, or the receiver didn't run the route properly to save enough space for us to catch the ball. I thought our defense came out in the second half and did a better job of tackling, which was, one of the emphases that we had. Going into this game, I thought they did a great job. Backed them up. Had a penalty on a punt late, middle of the fourth quarter. It changes the whole complexion of the game. And I'm not saying it was a good call. I'm not saying it was a bad call. I'm saying I don't know how to coach that when a guy gets blocked. I can't see a guy changing direction midair. It was an aggressive play, and it was I'm not so sure on that one. But it did change the outcome of the game in terms of the complexion of where we were at that point. Okay, so anyway, moving forward, I think we're a decent football team that needs to smooth out a few areas. We'll take care of that. Moving forward, we gotta do a better job in a lot of phases of the game. But they're not major things. They're little things that that we do right changes the game. We're looking at this as we're halfway. When we get to game 10, there's obviously 5 games to be played in between now and then. Our goal and objective is to be one of 2 that move on at the end. So that's kind of what we focus on from week to week. So questions?
Coach, it just didn't look like Case was able to find a rhythm today. Do you attribute that to his play or preparation?
No, he prepared really well. He was off just a little bit here and there, but it was enough. We had trouble. We had a couple of delay games. That they weren't his fault. We got to get our center, get his hand on the ball so we can. Then proceed with protection calls and things like that. So those are the little things that we need to, we do get better at, going forward in this next week. I thought Case, he was a little less inconsistent. Sometimes that happens, from one start to the next. The second start he's had in pro football. I feel good about him, picking things up and, coming back, with a, follow this up with a good game.
Last one from me, Coach. Rush defense.
Yeah.
Just hasn't been there for you
Right.
most of the season.
Yeah.
What can you do to try to fix that?
Well, I thought we did a pretty good job in the second half of we were, well, the big thing is it was one of our goals going into the game was to tackle on first contact. There's a lot of times where we're there, but we miss the tackle, or we go in with arms instead of trying to wrap them up low, or trying to pull them down from a from a high standpoint. So that was way better in the second half, really way better in the second half, and I hope we can springboard off of what we did defensively in the second half. It can get discouraging, when somebody's running the ball, 3 times and getting the first down, and that's something that we're aware of, that we're working on.
Coach, you finished the game with a strong drive, nearly scoring again. How important is that take-home message or statement for playing
Well, let me explain what was going on at the end there, and it's, this is, we tried to let Birmingham score in that last drive 3 times. We actually even sent a player in and said, let them score, because it, and that might sound funny to your ears, but that was our only chance of winning, was to let them score quickly, do the 4th and 12, and score again, okay? And our guys would not, it was like it was, what? We've talked about it before. And so, finally they got in, and I'm not sure they got in even on that one, okay? I saw the replay on the scoreboard, and I don't have all the angles, but I'm not so sure he got in. But, we wanted them to score in that situation, so that gave us a chance, okay? Instead of, going down like we did at the end, we would have gone down and then saved enough time to do it again, after a 4th and 12 conversion. So, moving it in the last there, it's a whole different dynamic, because you're looking at people in a prevent. The plays, the routes are designed specifically for that. We were able to complete, a high percentage of those plays, and we're able to move it down. It took us longer than I would have liked, but they were doing a good job in the top end, in the back end, keeping the ball underneath, which we're willing to take, as you saw, So that will, I think it helps, that we were able to move it in that situation, and it has a way of, punctuating the fact that, our plan at the end of a game that way is one that's doable and workable.
Are there any questions from our Zoom audience? Okay.
Thanks.
Thank you very much.
Thanks, guys.
Coach, appreciate it.
Yep.